What's up, guys? Okay, so I'm back with day 3 at Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier, like, it was like almost everything was just working out super perfectly. By day 3, the weather was a little more chilly, a little more overcast. Ended up being the perfect time to go to Silver Falls and right across from Silver Falls, which is the Grove of the Patriarchs trail, because those are all underneath trees. So you don't even need to see the sky, and the trees kind of shield you from the like little misty rain that we were having. But we definitely needed like a jacket and everything already. So unlike the days prior where it was like nice and then we moved up the mountain and it got chilly, it was already chilly. Perfect day for these hikes that we were talking about. Okay, so anyways, the Silver Falls trail is like a pretty short trail. I believe it was just like 1.2 miles or something round trip. It was short. Maybe it was just 1 mile. But it had some really beautiful waterfalls, and honestly it was really interesting to me because the water was like incredibly blue and beautiful, and the rocks were kind of like turning blue as well. We kind of concluded that it must be because of the minerals that are in the water, which actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want to look that up. Okay, so I have some info, and it says, what makes mountain water so blue? It's because of the presence of something floating in the water. As the warmer months hit, glaciers melt, thus filling these pools with their water. So lakes and also rivers are the result of melting glaciers. With this glacial melt comes something called glacial flour. It's basically finely ground rock. Unlike other objects that make their way into the lake water, this glacial flour is so light that it doesn't sink. Instead, it stays suspended in the liquid, most clearly visible near the surface. These particles distort the wavelengths of light and hit the lake, reflecting visible hues that fall in the bluish-green end of the spectrum. The blue of a mountain lake isn't because the mountain lake is filled with the purest water. On the contrary, it's actually the presence of something floating in the water that distorts the color that we end up with. Interesting. And something also cool about glacial flour is like when you put your fingers in like a river or lake that has the glacier water in it, it makes your hands like super soft. I don't know if that's like safe to use as like a moisturizer, but it makes your skin soft. So anyways, moving on. Yeah, so basically what I was saying, the water was beautiful, the waterfalls were beautiful, the water was cool, we got to get right up close, and there's some crazy driftwood going on, and I don't know, it's just awesome. And then the other trail was the Grove of the Patriarchs, which is a famous old growth forest zone at Mount Rainier. And it was also an interesting spot because the forest is like very mossy, the trees are huge, and also there's like some huge trees that have fallen down that other trees are growing out of. And it was interesting because you could kind of like go off the path a little bit, and whereas like in other places you're not really supposed to because it can be harmful. But in this place it was okay to like kind of venture. I mean, not too much because you still don't want to like damage things or accidentally harm any type of the ecosystem, but there was a little more freedom out in these trails. Oh, then we went to a town nearby because none of the like gift shops around were open. So we went to a town nearby, and it's called Packwood, and they didn't really actually have any gift shops that were open either, but we just stopped at a brewery and got some chips and queso and a soft pretzel. So yeah, I mean, it was a cute little town, and that's where we saw some elk, which was also neat. But that day was definitely more of a chill day instead of like overexertion, which the day before, like I was so tired, I went to sleep immediately, or I went to bed. I didn't go to sleep. I went to bed like as soon as we got done hiking the Skyline Trail. But yeah, and then the next day was the day we were leaving, and we did stop by a lake called Tipsu Lake, which on a very still day, the water will be, level, and you can see the reflection of Mount Rainier in the water. And I mean, we really wanted to do that, but it was a little breezy on the day we were there, but the skies were still very clear, so you got a really great view of Mount Rainier from there. So yeah, I will again follow up this little info session with the rest of my B-roll and music to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe, and bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows, and I guess you always seem to know. Hello, Ramona. I push back the serious feeling. The end's unknown. To get back the life I used to know.